Hey guys, what's up? Nachshon here. I create videos about how you can take care of yourself. Some of it is about how to move and how to train. Some of it is about what you should eat. Some of it is about mindsets and how to treat yourself when it comes to your emotional self and your brain and stuff. Yeah. So today I want to react to Thenx. I've seen this guy, I think, for years, for a very long time. I haven't really followed him. I just saw like a video of his pop up in my feed every now and then. And I just loved the aesthetics of his videos. I think I've heard quite a lot of people who trash talk about him a lot. They say it's a bit shallow or not very high quality. And I don't really know. I think I saw one of his videos and he seems pretty cool. He does calisthenics, which isn't what I do. It's somewhat connected to gymnastics, which is part of movement training, but it's not really exactly what I do. But I think I'll have to give it a try, but at the very least, I love the way his videos look. The production is just so good and it looks so, it draws your attention, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, let's get started.
What's up, Elite Thenx athletes? It's Heria. Welcome to another video of Official Thenx. Today, I'm gonna be breaking down the benefits of calisthenics and why I encourage you to start.
He's a bit too cool, I think. The amount of tattoos he has is just insane. I think it can cover my entire family. But he looks very cool. He's very fit, obviously. And yeah.
One of the first benefits...
Oh, by the way, yeah, he's talking about the benefits of calisthenics in this video. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, let's continue. Calisthenics is obviously very interesting because it's connected to movement training in some way. I know a lot of calisthenics people. I have very good friends who are calisthenics coaches, and I really like them. And I know a lot of teenagers that do that because it's somewhat cool nowadays. So yeah.
Of calisthenics is that it's convenient and easy to get started because most of the exercises do not require any equipment or a gym membership. Most of these exercises can either be done in your room or at a park nearby your home. Another benefit is that...
I love that he says that it can be done everywhere, and then he shows like a few exercises on the parallettes, like the planche or dips. Yeah, but it is true. Like, that's also something I really loved about movement training, is that you can do it everywhere, and it kind of makes you feel free that your body, this physical part of you, can be used wherever you want, and it's not specialized just for a specific place and time, like in a gym that you need specific weights to be able to train. No, you're using your body in everywhere actually, and it's very enticing, and it definitely drew me into movement training, and I can definitely agree that it's a huge benefit for calisthenics as well.
That most of these exercises are compound movements, meaning several muscle groups will be working together, which will lead to burning more calories if you're looking to burn fat and build lean muscle simultaneously.
Yeah, I think doesn't draw me in at all, to be honest. I don't care about burning calories or looking that fit, to be honest. I think it should be a consequence of your training and not the main goal of yours. And if you take care of yourself well, it will naturally happen. But I don't think it should be your goal, but that's just me. In terms of building mass and looking fit, I don't think it's the best way to do that. If you want to develop mass, weights are a lot better for you because you can increase your challenge, that challenging aspect of your workout a lot more. So for example, because calisthenics involves a lot of skills, there's the added difficulty for each exercise that you do that is learning that skill. So if you do, for example, you want to do handstand push-ups, you start with pike push-ups, right? Which is a great exercise, but if you want to develop mass, it should be pretty challenging for you, and you have to get to failure, and you have to expose yourself to a lot of repetitions in order to get to that failure. And the progression it comes with a challenge of learning this new skill. So if you want to transition from doing, let's say, handstand push-ups against the wall to doing the free handstand version of it, you have to learn how to handstand and how to balance very, very well. So it's not the most effective tool to gain mass. And also because your muscles are working so much on balancing and stabilizing your body, you don't have a lot of power to use for the muscle that you're targeting to get bigger. So it's not ideal for that, I would say. You can get fit by doing calisthenics, and it's a different look, I think, than the gym fit look of being very buff and big and shredded. The calisthenics gives you more of a athletic gymnastics type of a look, if that's what you're into.
Another benefit is that when working with calisthenics, you're utilizing your body weight, at least in most cases, and all of these exercises stem from natural movements that also increase your flexibility and your range of motion.
Yes and no. Calisthenics is not about natural movements at all, I think. Because it comes from gymnastics, then yes, it has some, I don't know, I don't even know if I can say that handstanding is a natural movement. By saying natural, it probably means that people used to do it thousands of years ago, and I really doubt that. I don't think cavemen were very good hand balancers. I don't think that's what they were focusing on. It's really, I don't think that's what they really wanted to do. They just tried to survive, I feel like. So I wouldn't say it's natural, and the calisthenics community cares a lot more about how things look and doing specific exercises very, very well and very advanced and with music and hitting the beat when they do a movement. I don't think that's really one of the benefits of calisthenics. Not to say that it's bad, it's just that that's not really what it's about.
Training calisthenics, the maximum overload you're gonna actually feel.
Also, a lot of calisthenics, I would say that in terms of getting ranges of motion, calisthenics is better than working out at the gym, because you do some movements that require some ranges of motion, but overall it's really not the focus of calisthenics. I've met plenty of people who do calisthenics who have their shoulders shrouded like that, and they're completely closed. Like, their range of motion when they do handstands is pretty bad. I wouldn't say they have like amazing ranges of motion. Some of them may have, but it's not from calisthenics so much, so yeah.
Is the overload you technically feel every single day, which is your body weight. And what makes it difficult is the actual amount of body weight you're using, how you're targeting your muscles with it, what angle you're doing it in, and so forth. Whereas some weight training exercises may cause stiffness and joint problems because of the constant stress and overload that you put on your joints with weights. And to really make gains with weights, you're gonna need a whole bunch of weights, so have fun bringing that around with you. Whereas
I don't think that's the focus of weight training. They're not about they're not about training outdoors with weights. You go to the gym and you work out, so I don't see that as a benefit. And in terms of health for your joints, that's also not very true. Calisthenics does, like, people who do calisthenics do some insane damage to their joints. Like, insane. They do planches all the time, which is way overextending their wrist, like, all the time, and they put so much pressure on it, and their shoulders and their elbows as well. It's like, I don't know, I really disagree. Maybe there are some good calisthenic trainers who understand the holistic aspect of training and see how, for example, working a lot on upper body strength gets you limited, so they also work on opening it up, and they know how, because you work so much on your hands, you have to bulletproof your wrist like a lot. Maybe they are good, but like, in general, most of the calisthenics people who do it, their joints are suffering, like really suffering, so I definitely wouldn't say that.
As if your body is the weight and your body is the gym, then you're just walking around with 165 pounds to work with, or however much you weigh, which brings us to the next benefit, which is that it's fun. And not only is it fun, but you can basically do it anywhere. There's hundreds of movements.
Yeah, doing it, you said that before, but it is fun.
and progressions to learn. Really, the only limit is your creativity. You can practice anywhere, anytime, and there are no age restrictions. So if you think you're too young, you're too old, you're too big, you're too small, there's no excuse. There's always progressions to get started, and you can always use a fraction of your body weight, and slowly over time, you'll add more weight onto these exercises, going on to harder progressions, eventually utilizing your whole body weight in every rep and really seeing your body start to evolve. When you go to the gym, you have a whole selection of 5 to 10 pounds of how much weight you're actually gonna curl. When you come to calisthenics and you're doing real pull-ups, there's no option. You're pulling up your body weight every single time. You're not.
So he's a bit contradicting himself. He said that in calisthenics you can control your progression by using a fraction of your body's weight, and then you progress and put more of your body's weight into the exercise. And now he says the gym, you use weights to progress, and in here it's really challenging because you're using your entire body. So kind of contradicting himself, but okay.
Pulling 20 pounds, 25 pounds, 60, 80 pounds. Every single rep is gonna be your whole entire body weight distributed evenly between both arms every single time. And if you really wanna take it to the next level, you literally just take one arm away and you put all that weight onto one arm. And that's how you increase the overload with calisthenics versus going into the weight room and just racking up a whole bunch of other plates. And at the end of the day, you're either...
So he does give me a vibe of like a fitness influencer in a way. Like he says a lot of buzzwords. I don't want to judge him too much, to be honest, because it's not like that. Like I'm the best in videos. Like maybe he's stressed out and he's just talking about whatever he has in his mind. But it's a bit using too many buzzwords, and it's not really the real value, I feel like, of calisthenics. But yeah.
Be racking on more plates or utilizing more of your body weight. Both of them are gonna get you in shape. But I'll tell you one thing, the person that's doing the one-arm pull-ups is definitely gonna be able to lift heavier weight, but the person that's lifting heavy weight is not necessarily gonna be able to do one-arm pull-up. So
yeah, okay, so that's interesting. So there's open kinetic chains and closed kinetic chains, and they're basically fancy words for whether you're moving your body towards something or you're moving something compared to your body. So if you're just doing a curl, is that the term for this exercise? Is that how it's called? Bicep curl, maybe? I forgot this exercise's name. You're moving a weight compared to your body. Your body is static and what's moving is the weight. And when you do, for example, handstand push-ups, your body is moving compared to the floor. So there's a whole research, there are a few researchers about it. It's kind of, in short, what it says is that closed kinetic chain strength translates into open kinetic chain better than open kinetic chain translates into closed kinetic chains, which is also, again, a lot of fancy words that make me look very professional because I know them, but they don't mean too much. What it means is that if someone who does pull-ups, for example, will be able to transfer his weight into curls much better than someone who does curls will be able to transfer his strength to doing pull-ups. That's basically what it means. So that's one thing. The other thing is that the exercises that he's talking about they all involve skill, and it's not when you go to the gym. I think almost every exercise, most of the exercises you do, don't really involve a lot of skill. Not to shame anyone or anything, but it's kind of linear movements, so it's not really challenging for your nervous system and for your coordination system, which is the nervous system. But it's not really challenging in that way. What's challenging is just trying to lift that weight as much as you can, right? Like that's the real challenge. But when you do calisthenics and bodyweight exercises, then there's the skill part that is added to the exercise, which is also what makes it harder, but not so good also for developing mass. So that's why having this one arm chin up or pull up strength is different than being able to pull weight. It's not the same.
So with that said, I'm going to show you guys some moves to get started in calisthenics and show you the evolution of how you can progress on and really benefit from all this, not just with a great physique, but also with great abilities and true strength.
Okay, so he carries on in this video showing different exercises you can do to start your journey with calisthenics. I don't want to go over that because I don't know, I just don't want to react to every exercise it does. But I feel like calisthenics is definitely an interesting way of training, and I can see why it's very appealing, especially for young people, just because it looks pretty rebellious and the music is interesting. And I really like how his video looks. Like, it's insane. The production value of his videos are just crazy, and I can definitely learn a lot from this guy on how to do videos, for sure. But calisthenics doesn't really draw me in so much because it focuses way too much on strength. I think it's strength and coordination mostly. So they work on specific skills like handstands, but not even that much on handstands, but more of the strength aspects of handstands, like handstand push-ups and maybe presses, not even that much, to be honest. So they have some coordination skills on the bars where they do the 180 flips and everything, which is very impressive, but not my thing, because that's a very easy way to lose your skin here. And I'm not attracted to it in any way. So yeah, I do appreciate they're really hard workers, and they have an amazing community. They really support one another. Like, I've met a lot of them here in Tel Aviv. They train everywhere, to be honest, like mostly where I train outside. So I've met many of them, and their community is very supportive and open and accepting of new people. There's a bit too much testosterone, I feel like, when I see too many of them gathering together, because it's like everyone is like lifting each other up and they're giving each other more and more energy, and it's a bit intimidating, I think, because I've seen a few girls who were walking by or wanted to try to join into the workout, and they were a bit intimidated by the overly masculine energy, like over the top, which is it's a bit funny. But I think the community is amazing. It's very good, and it's very supportive and accepting, and I really appreciate that and like that. I also like some of the exercises they work on. I love them. I love that they work on parallettes and they work on rings and they work on the bar a lot. I would love to see them work more on rehabbing and bulletproofing their joints. I think it's huge. On opening the upper back more, working on leg strength more, because most of the calisthenics guys that I've seen don't have big legs and have very big upper bodies. So I think if you want to balance yourself, that's a great way to do it, by strengthening your lower body and working more on mobility. But overall, I think it's a good place to start. And I would say one of the things that really drew me into movement training, coming from training in a gym, was the aspect of the upper body strength, which is very similar to calisthenics, but a bit more well-rounded. So I can definitely get that, and I think it's a good opening towards learning how to move your body and how to connect with yourself. I think it's a great start. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you have a better video that explains what calisthenics is than this video? I would love to see it as well. And let me know what you think about calisthenics. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you have any experience with doing calisthenics yourself or your friends? I would love to hear what your thoughts are about it. What do you think is missing in calisthenics, and what do you think is really good about it? Yeah, let me know then in the comments. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this one, where I react to different training methods, and I also do videos about specific movements. You can learn how to bulletproof your knees, how to do handstands, all of the good stuff and shit, you know? Yeah, so subscribe if you're interested. Anyway, have a good day, good luck in life and stuff, and peace.